Nearly $4 billion later, the midterm elections are going to be the most expensive we have ever had. Roughly $400 million of that comes from a barrage of political ads attacking or promoting one candidate or the other. Here with us now, pollster Frank Luntz to break down which of the ads work, which don't, and for that matter, which make the voters just plain angry. We're going to start with North Carolina. A year ago, Kay Hagan looked vulnerable. Now the Real Clear Politics average right now has her up by a point. And she has done this by going after Tom Tillis, that is the Speaker of the House down there in North Carolina, now running for the Senate seat. Frank, break down how Hagan was able to turn this race around.
Well, she's been running as the most moderate senator in a state that's got conservatives and liberals, but really is centrist, a state that voted for Barack Obama and switched. But it's truly one of those great toss-ups, and the ad that you're about to see is one of the reasons why Kay Hagan has managed to hold her lead when other Republicans are doing much better in other states. Let's take a look.
On destroying ISIS, I've been clear and decisive, supporting airstrikes and aggressive tactics to eradicate them. I approve this message because I'll stand up to anyone when it comes to protecting our military, and Speaker Tillis knows that.
Frank, your thoughts?
Well, it's very strong, very tough. It's an attack ad, but not really, because she's speaking it herself and she's talking about what she did. If you watch the lines, both Republicans and Democrats agreed with it. She's had probably the best incumbent Democratic ad campaign of anyone this election cycle. And that's why, even though Tillis had a lead at one point, I think she's got the advantage going into Election Day.
Switching now, obviously, to another very tight race down in Kentucky. Senator Mitch McConnell, the minority leader, 47.5 on the Real Clear Politics average. Allison Grimes, 42. But there has been so much money just recently poured into this. It seems as though the Democrats got at least some inkling that they could make this competitive. What's it look like down there?
It doesn't actually look competitive. The president's job approval numbers are so bad in Kentucky, in the mid-30s, and that's what the Senate McConnell counted on. There was somewhat of an anti-Republican, anti-incumbent mood there, but McConnell's campaign has been flawless, and one of the reasons is because of this ad right here.
Mitch McConnell, who in the end is the person who probably more than anyone else got this deal to the finish line.
The fourth consecutive year that Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell has negotiated a deadline deal.
Mitch McConnell, Senator McConnell, was the adult here. What would have happened here if he hadn't been there?
Thoughts?
It's very simple. He got the job done. And that's one of there are three things that people want out of Washington, D.C. Accountability, common sense, and just get it done. And that ad focuses on the third one. McConnell has a record of accomplishment, and that's the reason why he's opened up that very clear lead over his Democratic opponent.
Well, certainly has there in Kentucky. In Iowa, the last place we want to talk to, Joni Ernst, Bruce Braley, 46.6 to 45.4. I'm not sure that averages get much tighter than this. And Frank, it seems like it has been just incredibly nasty there.
It's been very nasty. Voters are sick of it right now. The incumbent governor is going to win in a landslide that may bring Joni Ernst over. She's had some remarkable ads, including one of the best of the election cycle. And this one right here, which has been running over the last few weeks, very positive ad, very anti-Washington ad, is a reason why in a Democratic state, the Republican holds a narrow lead. Let's take a look.
Runaway spending from both parties is leaving trillions in debt for our children. It's not fair. So I'll fight for a balanced budget amendment to stop wasteful spending.
Now, she's a Democrat. She's a Republican in a Democratic state, but she doesn't have that same kind of gender gap that are facing other Republicans. She's done pretty well among women, better than other states. I have to tell you, this one's going to come down to turnout. But if every voter voted in Iowa, she would win narrowly. And this is one of those key states that determines whether or not Republicans get control of the Senate.
So much money's been spent. There's so much outside money coming in. There was an AP headline a couple of days ago. It says, want to buy a New Hampshire election ad? Good luck. There's just no more airtime to sell. One person they quoted said, I think they're all terrible. They're like a bunch of middle schoolers talking at the lunchroom table. At some point, does it become counterproductive and everyone just tunes out?
It does, and it's why the campaigns that started early in this election cycle have done better than those that waited until it's too late. It's a reason why Congress has a 12% job approval rating. Muammar Gaddafi had a 15% job approval rating, and that was among the people who killed him. It's why we're so fed up with politics right now, and some states are having a tremendous turnout because the election did capture the mood and the spirit of that state. Whereas in other places across the country, people are fed up, they don't want to hear any more ads, and they just want the election to be over with.
The good news is that no matter what, the ads stop on Tuesday. So that's the good news. Incredible insight.
No, but
well, not necessarily.
a
couple states, no. A couple states, no. Frank Luntz, we appreciate it. Great breakdown. Take care. Uma?